I'm Sophia from RRG Toyota in Huddersfield, and I'm here with Michelle from Forget Me Not Children's Hospice. Could you just tell me a little bit more about what you do and what the work that the hospice does?
Of course, yeah. So Forget Me Not Children's Hospice is based in Huddersfield, so we're a local hospice to yourselves, and we cover an extraordinarily large area including Kirklees, Calderdale, Wakefield, Leeds and Bradford. So we have a huge area and we have a lot of children coming through the door, but we're basically caring for families who are facing or living with the loss of their child, and it's a holistic approach. So not only are we looking after the child as well, but we're also considering everyone who within the family who is affected by the life-shortening condition that their child will have. Just to turn the lights on here would be 5.5 million this year. We get about 10% from the government. So we look to people like yourselves, RRG Toyota in Huddersfield, and other organisations to help us out and to be able to help fund the resources we need to do the vital work we do within the community.
Fantastic. And working with Toyota as RRG Group, we've granted £1,600 towards your Christmas fair. So do you just want to explain a little bit more about that and the impact that
I'd love to, yes. So for the first time this year, we're doing a Christmas fair here at Russell House. It's a significant change to what we did before. We've got a lot of people from the community coming in. We're going to have 10 different types of Christmas stalls. We're going to have a food van here. We've got a brass band coming. We've got a choir coming. And indeed, the big man himself can't be missed out. So we've got Santa's Grotto here as well. And you're helping to fund and support all of that. It serves two purposes for us. It's a fundraising event on the day. And obviously, like I've just said, 5.5 million. And we need to find 5 million of that. These kinds of opportunities, which are not many, but when they do come along, we need to maximise out the fundraising that we can get from that. But secondly, and as important really, is that we mustn't forget that we are introducing people to Forget Me Not. We're telling them that we're here, and if there is a family that they know of or a child that they know of who needs our care, they can then say, have you thought of or have you heard of Forget Me Not Children's Hospice? Because our view is that no family in the whole of West Yorkshire should have to go through what our families do unsupported and without any help, and that's where we come in. So the impact of what you do for us as a whole, because yes, you're giving us the £1,600 from the RRG Toyota Community Fund, but you also help us with the car as well and other fundraising activities throughout the year. The impact of that is enormous on the lives of these families and helps us to do that work. We couldn't do it without you. So to say thank you to you almost seems quite small really, but we are enormously grateful for the partnership we have with you and for the help that you give us. It's fantastic, thank you.
Of course. And I've also had a few tours around Russell House myself, and when I'm hearing stories from you, it shows that positive impact that you have on the children that you help care for and the families as well. So the work you're doing is absolutely incredible. From your point of view as well, how do you feel that the work you do and the community fund has an impact on the community and the children as well and the families that you help?
Oh, it's extraordinary. It's absolutely massive, and it's absolutely extraordinary because if we go back to Linda, who set up the trust in the first place, she had nowhere to go. There was nowhere in West Yorkshire for her to take her son Russell, who had a life-shortening condition. The closest ones were either in Wetherby or Sheffield, so there was nothing in this area. And so by setting up what we've got here, it's just supporting our local community where this resource wouldn't be available. As well as that, we work closely with the NHS with step-down care, and I think it's important that people understand those relationships that we have within the community. We work with all of the NHS, the ambulance services, West Yorkshire Police, and obviously we're also in touch with the coroner and funeral directors and those kinds of people as well. So our role here and the impact within the community is absolutely enormous for the families, and our connection with local businesses within the community helps us to help them.
Incredible. And what would you say it means working for Forget Me Not?
Oh my goodness. From my point of view, because I've come from a corporate background, I see the world through a different lens, and I hadn't quite appreciated how little funding we get from the government to help out children and families in the situations that our children and families are in, and I hadn't quite appreciated how generous local businesses are and organisations are. So you see things very differently, because it's very easy to take things for granted. It's very easy to have a bad day, but here at Forget Me Not, if any of us are having a bad day, we just come downstairs and we have a look around and we think, actually, we're not having a bad day at all. Our day is going pretty well. So yes, our role in the community, our links with the community, our work with local organisations is absolutely essential.
After working with Forget Me Not for a number of years at RRG Toyota Huddersfield, we'd just like to say a massive thanks for Toyota and their Fund for a Better Tomorrow for helping fund the Christmas fair.
And if I may, the Toyota Fund for a Better Tomorrow is exactly what we're trying to do here as well. We are trying to build this hospice and grow the Forget Me Not Children's Hospice for a better tomorrow for many, many families. So an enormous thank you from us. We are absolutely delighted with £1,600 because every penny counts, and we're so excited for Sunday as we delve into this wonderful activity at the Christmas fair, a massive activity of fundraising for us. So thank you to all the team at Toyota. The impact's enormous and we're enormously grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you.